Well, hello, all you lovely people. I am the head honcho of BDIV and the Boys, a talk show that is completely unscripted. Now, I'm looking in my top left. Nobody's watching us yet, okay? Nobody's watching us. But the thing is that to start off, we're probably gonna grow people watch our streams after because 5 o'clock might be an awkward time, and we're gonna figure that out. So, I want to talk about our broadcast for a little bit and what we are, what we do. So BDIV and the boys started off of we have conversations while we're playing games on the Xbox and stuff, and somebody said, "Hey, we should stream this. This is like a great idea," and I was like, "Well, screw it, let's do it." So basically, we're more sports because we debate about sports more than anything. We're mainly sports. Um, that's basically it. We're all sports. Um, but we also talk about music. We talk about a bunch of other stuff. Sorry for the lame profile picture, by the way. Just noticed that. But so before we start and jump right into things, I wanna show you guys. Well, I'm not gonna show you, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I see right now. So a few things that are cool to add on to whatever we're doing here. Number one, if you type something in the chat, I can see it and we can turn it into a Q&A, which hopefully there's people here by the end of the stream. If I see a zero the entire time, I'm going to be pretty upset. So once you stop in, say what's up, say hello. Um, and now I'm going to give you guys the rundown on what we're going to be talking today. Again, this is the part that we talk about the most. This is an entirely unscripted stream, a podcast. Obviously we have some topics we know we're going to talk about, but it's completely unscripted. So the first thing we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking all NFL. We're mainly talking about our free agent guys, Carson Wentz, J.J. Watt, so a few guys that got cut, like Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson from the Eagles. Some other things we're going to be talking about the NFL. The cap space got increased by $5 million. Doesn't sound like a lot, but we're going to be going into depth on what exactly that does for NFL teams. We're going to move on. I actually was going to do a little sports update locally with the Plum basketball team. Get a couple guys on here, but retarded me, they have a game today, so that was stupid. I think I could do that. We got a few guys that have been to the basketball games, stuff like that. Um, we're gonna be talking about the NBA for a little bit. Um, you know, there's a lot going on in the NBA right now. The MVP race is closer than it's ever been. A lot of people say it's LeBron, but we're gonna tell you otherwise. Some other things that we're gonna talk about: the All Star game, who got snubbed, who isn't starting, who isn't playing at all that should be in the game. We're gonna get into depth on all that. Um, so every Saturday, also, we're gonna have this cool thing called Special Guest Saturday. Somebody who does something relatively important. We're gonna get my man Josh George in here, and he's gonna talk about Slippery Rock football. That'll be later on in the broadcast. It's only been 5 minutes. I'm crapping my pants because I feel like we're not gonna have a lot of time on here, but I think we'll be okay. Um, and we're also the end. If there's people here, we're gonna do Q&A, but we're also just gonna talk about random stuff. Just to throw some stuff out there, like Arby's, Meek Mill. What do those two things have in common? They really don't have anything in common. Yeah. So wow, it just popped up. We have 5 people watching. That's awesome. Welcome. Again, anybody who missed this stream, ended up missing this stream, it sucks for them. This is going to be awesome just to see in person. But we're probably going to upload this to YouTube by Tuesday. Our stream on Tuesday, we will be on YouTube. Because this is a little bit more difficult doing it on Twitch because Twitch can be laggy, and so this is our first stream. So if the if the quality is awful, okay, I apologize. We're gonna be better. We're gonna be better. We're gonna be a lot better. We're gonna grow, and I'm hoping we can do this every week. Every week we do this. Look how dressed up I got today. Look, I'm in my suit. I'm wearing my favorite T-shirt. I'm wearing my Bubba Gump hat. We're looking awesome today. So again, for those of you who are coming in right now, welcome. Um, there is a live chat box, believe it or not, and if you have a question midstream, or if you have a question for our Q&A later, if we get to it, I'd love for you to drop a question. We'd love to answer it. So let's jump right into this. So the first thing I want to talk about, is NFL free agency in general. I mean, it's a crap hole right now. There's a lot going on. First thing I want to talk about is Carson Wentz has been traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. They got traded, or excuse me, he got traded from Philadelphia to Indianapolis for a 2021 third rounder and a 2022 fifth round or fifth total second rounder. Sorry. So how our stream works is I pull guys in. We're gonna talk about it a little bit. If I feel like they're annoying or they suck, I'm kicking them out. There's only four guys with us today that are going to be joining us. We're a little low on staff again, basketball game, people working, stuff like that. But first person I want to bring in is Frazzy. Frazzy, what's up, bro?
What's going on, Billy? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Living life, wearing my favorite jacket and my favorite T-shirt. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so obviously we're going to talk about this. So first off, Carson Wentz going to Indianapolis, and Philly getting those draft picks. Who do you think won this trade?
Oh, definitely the Indianapolis Colts, Billy. I really think that Carson Wentz is a great quarterback, and he showed that for a bit on the Eagles. Didn't have the best season last year, but I think he's good in the pocket, can make passes. He just got to have a better line, and which he's going to get. He's going to get some guys to throw to. T.Y. Hilton, some other guys on the field. Ali Cox is another guy who's really good on Indianapolis Colts. That's a good reception guy. What else? Man, I think the Eagles lost this trade though because even though they can conditionally get a first round pick for the 2022 season, I just don't think that it's enough because they're taking a big salary cap hit with $33.8 million, and I think they're I don't know. I don't think it was a great trade for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles are already in a crap hole already. You have Jalen Hurts as your starting quarterback, who I don't think is bad, but I mean, he's still young, still has to prove a lot. But honestly, this is a big W for the Colts. I mean, we've seen Carson Wentz actually play decent before, right? He's proven himself. If it wasn't for the injury, he would have been the one who took that team to the Super Bowl. Um, yeah. So I mean, honestly, um, you mentioned the offensive line. This is one of the best offensive lines in the entire. In my opinion, they have the best lineman in football. Quentin Nelson. He's not really a pass blocker guy, but obviously you have, a lot of. They lost Costanzo this year. That's going to hurt him a little bit. But another thing we'll get into later is how much cap space they actually have, and I feel like this is going to be an aggressive offseason for them. A lot of guys, a lot of teams that are in trouble, us being one of them. We have to make some big decisions, cut Juju, blah blah blah, he sucks, whatever. um, yeah, we got to make some big decisions, and now I really want to talk about, like, how are the Colts going to do? How do you think the Colts are going to do? So, shush. I'm not going to ask you. We're going to bring in our next person. I'm going to bring in Tomko. OG, what's up, bro?
All right. I
What's
think
up,
the
bro?
Colts will do very good. What's up? I think the
Yeah,
Colts will do very good this season. They made it to the playoffs last season with Philip Rivers and having Carson Wentz as their starting quarterback. I think they'll do very good.
yeah. I mean, no doubt
Having
about it.
he
Oh,
got he
sorry.
got he got a lot of threats. Sorry, but he got a lot of threats like T.Y. Hilton, Jack Doyle, all those receivers. Really good.
Yeah, I mean, this is still a young team, a lot of rookie contracts, which might hurt in the long run. But I think that this team, it's unreal. I mean, these guys have the most potential, in my opinion, in the entire league. Maybe the Browns are up there, which they're in contention for some good players, which we'll get into in a little bit. But yeah, this is it right here. The Colts, they have a great offensive line. Now have somewhat of an experienced quarterback. Thank you, OG. But we're now going to move on
Yep.
to our next free agency talk. We'll bring it back in a little bit. Um, Now we're going to move on to J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt, of course, along with Deshaun Watson. Now they both of them won out. J.J. Watt literally got cut. Deshaun Watson's still in the market. He's not a free agent. He's obviously going to test it. Um, there's a few speculations on where JJ is going to go. Obviously, there's a big range where Deshaun could go. But JJ, we're thinking about a few teams. Fraz, where do you think he's going to go?
Bill, I want him to go to the Steelers, obviously, but play with his brothers, Derek and TJ. But the Browns really got this cap space for him. They're a playoff team. I just can't see him not going anywhere else but the Browns. So that's personally my opinion, but I don't know. What do you think?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Green Bay is the landing spot. Um, there's a lot of 1 year guys left, or a lot of 1 year contracts that are up. I think that if he wants to go home, I think people are really overhyping the whole, oh, his brothers, oh, he's gonna go play in Pittsburgh. Nah, I actually don't. I don't think that's gonna happen. The Steelers are in so much trouble as it is. We have to make decisions on the defensive end. We have to make decisions on the offensive end. Who the heck are we going to draft in the first round? We have to make decisions on whether it's going to be a lineman or a running back, which, in my opinion, should go Najee Harris or Travis Etienne first round. But I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of different variations here for JJ Watt, and to bring in a second opinion, who you mentioned Cleveland, and obviously we got a man, Cleveland native, in the house tonight. We got Akil Washington. Akil, what's going on, man?
What's up, Billy?
Yeah, so we're just chilling here talking about where's JJ Watt gonna go, and what's your opinion?
I'm thinking the Browns.
You just think the Browns?
Yeah, because I saw on ESPN he was seriously considering the Browns, and then also it would go into the factor that he wants to play against his brothers.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's my thought. I think people are really overlooking, the whole, oh, oh, wait, hold on, I'm in the middle. No, I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding.
Yeah, keep me in there.
Really, I think that people are really overlooking this whole, oh, JJ Watt going to Pittsburgh thing, because I actually don't think that I don't think he'll end up at Pittsburgh. I don't think he'll end up at Cleveland either. I don't really think he wants to go against his brothers, but I don't really think he wants to be with them. I personally think he just wants to go to a championship team. That would make sense. So he's from Wisconsin. Walked on to Wisconsin, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. I think maybe he'll just end up going to. I think he'll end up going to Green Bay. Tampa Bay is another option. Again, if he's ring chasing, the Browns would also make sense. They're a young team, but yeah, I think everything's falling in line for a few teams. And so speaking of Houston, let's talk about Deshaun Watson. Obviously, there's a lot of teams that are in the market for Deshaun Watson right now. But you have to remember, there's a lot of teams that are also looking to take some of the younger guys in the draft. Fraz, where do you think a legitimate landing spot would be for Deshaun Watson?
Billy, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, there are teams that want him everywhere in the United States. It's just, it's a huge deal too. It's a lot of money, as Max Kellerman says. It's really all about the money when it comes to these guys, especially Deshaun Watson. Probably going to sign him for a lot of money. So you need a team that's going to invest in him, and I can't see him going to any lower ranking teams. I'm going to say. Billy. Honestly, hey, go to Akil. Go to Akil.
We will go to Akil.
I'm gonna come back to you on this one, but let me think about that.
So I'll let both of you give your opinions first. You know what? I'll even bring OG in here to talk about this. But Akil, where do you think the most legitimate landing spot is going to be for Deshaun Watson?
I have no clue. Honestly, I've been seeing that the Panthers are clearing up cap space, so that could just be something going into them wanting to pick up Deshaun Watson.
That's definitely a legitimate option. OG, what are you thinking, bro?
I'm thinking the Broncos.
The Broncos. Why do you think
because
the Broncos?
they need a quarterback. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of teams that
I
need
just
a quarterback.
saw it today that the Broncos. Yeah, I know, but there's it's a favorite right now.
All right.
Yeah, Bill, I mean, we're looking at a lot of teams with the most cap space. The Jets. I wonder what they're going to do with Sam Darnold. If they're going to draft a QB, I mean, we could see maybe some like Sam Darnold go away, but I mean, honestly, I can see Deshaun Watson going to the Jets because they do have the cap space, they have the money, and I could see him landing there at New York.
See, now here's my thought, right? It's I think the Jets are I think that's what I thought too. And then you have to look at the draft board for a second. The Jets have 2 first round picks. So, I think that first round pick could really move to any team. If you want my personal opinion, I think that first 2 picks, I think it's going to be I think they're going to try to get Deshaun Watson. I think the first pick obviously is going to be Trevor Lawrence from good old Clemson. But I think our second pick, I think it's going to get traded. I think New England's going to end up with that second pick. Another team that is hunting for quarterbacks. Obviously, Cam Newton doesn't want to play there anymore. I think that second pick, all I'm going to say is if the Jets keep it, I think they'll go with the lineman. But
They got the cap space too.
They definitely
got money,
do.
Yeah.
so they can definitely afford Deshaun Watson.
They definitely can. Who mentioned the Panthers? I thought that was Akil.
Me.
That was a
Akil.
very smart thought. I agree with that also. Again, there's free agency is kind of crazy right now. Real quick, shout out to everybody joining right now. Thank you for coming. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Yeah, somebody already said they're sexy. I think that's my cousin. Whatever. Um, but yeah. So just talking more about free agency. I should have made a little slide thing for this, but there's also a few players that are also going to free agency. No really need for discussion. But the big one, who he's kind of old, but again brings some age to the receiving core, Deshaun Jackson from Philly. He's gonna part ways. Personally, I think he might be done in general in the NFL. I think that might be his last year. Fraz, are there any teams that go, you know what? I think Deshaun Jackson, might help us out a little bit.
Billy, the Steelers, they got all young wide receivers, and Deshaun Watson has been in the league for too long, and that can
Jackson.
yes, Deshaun Jackson.
Oh,
Deshaun Jackson.
jeez, dude.
All right, well,
Jeez.
the Steelers definitely need some veteran moves on the team. I mean, I know they don't really have a lot of receivers that old, but that can definitely help Pittsburgh out, especially just showing Deontay Johnson the ropes. Pretty much the same player as Deshaun Jackson, and I think the Steelers would be a good pickup for them.
All right. Before we go any further, I have to do something real quick. Somebody told me, an inside source, one of the 16 people watching, one of us is breathing mad heavy in the mic.
I got the wind protector.
See,
on.
I don't think it's Fraz.
I'm not even breathing.
Shut up. We're gonna talk about this for a second.
I
We're gonna
got,
talk
I
about
got
this
the
for a
wind
second.
protector on.
So I'm gonna be honest. OG's and AirPods. Akil, it's either me or you. So here's how this is gonna work. Akil, I want you to just be normal, right? Don't hold your breath in. I want you just to breathe. Oh, he muted himself. He muted himself.
I am
Guys-
being normal.
So guys, so if I'm going like here, Fraz,
what?
just again start talking about why pizza is the best food in the world.
Well, Billy, I mean, you could put so many things on pizza. You could put pepperoni, you could put sausage, you could put peppers on it. I mean, whatever. But I think the sound's away, so I don't think you got to keep it on.
In fact, I don't know.
Okay. So did you hear breathing there?
I didn't
No.
hear any mic, but I heard it before. So I think
Akil, it was your fat ass. It was you. All right. We tested it out. I muted you. Fraz didn't hear anything. It was you. Oh, see, he muted himself. He's so mad at me. You know what? We just kick him out of here. So, what were we talking? What were we talking about?
We're talking about Deshaun Jackson. What team he's going to go to?
Oh, right. OG.
I don't think he would be a good fit for the Steelers.
Why not?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Because we got young receivers and we don't need them. We don't need.
Yeah,
He's just money. We don't need him. We
I
got
don't-
these young
yeah.
receivers: Juju, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool.
I wonder how long we're going to keep Juju. But honestly, now that you say that, Deshaun Jackson was on the Eagles. He was an expensive wide receiver, and I mean, honestly, what big plays did he make this year other than that Hail Mary that they had? Honestly, I had deja vu when that play happened from the Eagles and Giants game. But yeah, as you can know, I'm a Giants fan. Everyone needs to know that for sure now. But we're on the grow, so we'll see what happens with the Giants.
Yeah. So okay, Kill changed his headset, but we'll get you in a little bit. If you want my opinion, I think I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I think he's either just gonna sit in free agency because he is on the older side. Obviously, these skill positions, like they're not. Uh, hmm, what's an analogy I could put it in? It's like if you buy a car from 1987 and expect it to last for like another good 5 or 10 years. It's not gonna happen. It's got too many miles. But if there is
Yeah.
one team, I feel like, as weird as it sounds, I think Baltimore is a legitimate option. That team in Baltimore, they don't really. Let's just be honest. They have nothing at receiver. Marquise Brown is their best receiver, and no offense to him, he's a great player, but I don't see him being a number one. If Deshaun Jackson still has it, I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe he's the guy. Just to be nice, because I feel bad. I'm gonna bring Akil back. Uh,
I don't
Akil,
think you're wrong there, Billy. But I mean, they also have Des Bryant. They got an old guy on the team. So, I mean, if there's going to be two grandpas on the team when they're playing, so we gotta see what happens. I mean, I think
I
that's a
think
good
he should just
pick by
retire.
the Ravens. Yeah, so do I. But I mean, he's going to play another year. We'll see where he goes.
Akil, talk real quick.
Yes.
Say that again.
Yes.
Okay, you're a little bit better. Tell me where you think Deshaun Jackson's gonna go.
I have no clue. I would think he would just be calling it quits at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
Sorry,
guys are talking about the Ravens.
we are talking about the
I
Ravens.
don't know. I don't know who said it, but Des Bryant may not be returning to the Ravens.
Yeah, that would make
So-
sense. That would make sense. Again, another old fart bag that has too many miles on him. I don't see him returning. Already got a few comments. Whatever this dude's name is, Zach Hart thinks that Baltimore is gonna pick up a receiver in the draft, Terrence Marshall. And I'm not gonna lie, I think that's definitely where Baltimore's gonna go. I think that Baltimore definitely it would make the most sense. I mean, Baltimore's kind of stacked everywhere else. Linebackers, they got Patrick Queen last year, stud. DBs, you got Marlon Humphrey. What a player. Calais Campbell, Yannick Ngagwe, a lot of guys on that defense. So nothing really there. I don't know how their offensive line situation is, but obviously they have the future at running back. J.K. Dobbins, I don't see an issue there. I think it would definitely make most sense. And again,
Lamar.
what if that's one of those teams? They have Lamar. He should be playing running back, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, so what if that's the team? What if that's the team that actually ends up just trading ahead all the way up, or maybe not taking the all the way at second pick because that's a little much. But what about yeah, I mean it's just
I can see it. I mean, the Ravens don't need a line. I mean, they got Lamar Jackson. He's a scrambling guy. They don't need to draft a lineman, so I think that's out of it. But definitely need a wide receiver, and I think that's a good pick. Marshall's definitely
yeah.
a good pick.
Staying on the topic of wide receivers.
Wait, whoa, Billy.
Whoa,
Why don't we ask the Ravens guy down here, Akil Washington?
Yeah, the guy. Akil, what do you think, bro? That was funny. See that? I looked down, everybody. Oh yeah. Akil, what do we think?
Not only do they need a wide receiver, they need another right tackle because Orlando Brown
That's
came out
right.
and said he wants to play left tackle.
Orlando Brown is gone. I mean, what the heck? That's also gonna clear up some space. It's a good player. Yeah. So, on the topic of wide receivers, let's talk about Mr. Corvette himself, Juju Smith-Schuster. The guy who everybody in Pittsburgh thinks is a curse. Is a curse. So, what do we think's gonna happen with him? OG, I'll let you start.
I think the Steelers should release him. I don't think he's a good fit for the Steelers.
He's not a good fit for the Steelers. Fraz, do you agree with that?
Yeah, Billy. After that Bengals game that were unfortunate to watch, I just immediately just lost respect for Juju. Don't get me wrong, he's good for the Steelers, but I think he's just gonna go. I think I'm gonna agree with OG on that one.
Yeah. Fraz, real quick, your mic sounds a little dog water. Get a little closer there. Talk again.
Hello.
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 Akil. Let's talk about you. Obviously, you're a Ravens guy. We hate you. We literally hate you. You suck. Everything
Billy.
you stand for is awful.
Dog
Billy, look.
water for you.
So like Akil, like, what are you thinking, bro? Like, do we really think that the Steelers are gonna keep? What do we think is gonna happen to Juju Smith-Schuster? Oh, that's me.
I'm not so sure about it, honestly. I wouldn't say Juju is a need because they have Chase Claypool, but he's a threat for any quarterback that's going to be playing next season. But honestly, I'm not sure where he will be going or staying.
Yeah. So listen, I'm looking at the comment section real quick. Let me make this clear. Obviously, I love Fraz, but like, we're not talking about baseball in here, right? I'm getting all these comments about
They
seeing.
won it. They
No,
won it.
No, we're not talking about Seton Hill baseball.
Who's
I
saying
don't know.
it?
I don't know. Somebody's in love with you. They're saying Matt Fraz is a D1 prospect. I don't even know who that is. But like,
Fluffy cat.
Fluffy cat, man. Listen, we don't talk baseball on here. I think, man, you know what? We had this conversation the other day, and I'd love to talk about it right now with everybody here.
Fluffy cat. I tried to get baseball in here. We'll
Now
see.
hold on.
We'll see. I'm
No.
gonna keep going.
It's gonna be brought in here. Now there was a few different. I don't think Akil was here for this one, but there was a few different opinions on this conversation, and this one pretty deep. What is the hardest sport to play? I mean, personally, I agree. I think baseball is the hardest sport to play. I'm a friggin' football player. So I think it's probably one of the hardest sports to play. Fraz, give your case.
Billy, hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do, I think, in the world. It's literally it takes so much practice to even hit like a 70-mile-an-hour fastball, and then when you move up to 80, when you're growing up and stuff, and then you'll hit 90. Like there's just one, I mean, I go on Saturdays to this place. They got two kids pumping 90 there, so and I I'm going to say it. I'm like 0 for 4 against 90 right now. So we'll see. Maybe tonight, maybe I could do something. But honestly, Billy, I think hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do.
Like, dude, you're going to college to play baseball. Like, come on, bro.
I know.
All right, whatever. Not
I don't
the
know.
idea. OG says OG doesn't know. OG, like, we got to talk to you now, real quick. I mean, me and Fraz, we
I
agree.
mean-
We agree that baseball is the hardest sport. I don't even like baseball. I
Yeah,
think baseball
I
is
get
dumb.
it's hard, but like tackling Derrick Henry, bro, that's hard.
So
Tackling
just
Derrick
in
Henry.
case you guys don't understand, he thinks football is the hardest sport. He didn't want to make that clear.
In the comments, I want to see. Would you rather go against a Roldis Chapman and get
Who
success
the
out of
hell is
it?
that?
You know what, chat? Don't listen to him. You know who he is. A Roldis Chapman and get success out of it, or tackle
I don't
Derrick
think
Henry and
anybody
get
knows who
success
that
out of
is.
Full
it.
speed.
They definitely do. Fluffy Cat definitely knows who it is.
All right, so we'll let those roll in. But let's move on here. We'll come back to that because I want to see what the people
Okay.
think. But we already got one. Flaffy Cat. OG just disconnected, but Fluffy Cat thinks he'd go against your mom. I don't know who this is. I mean, it could be a one of the other boys that's too scared to come on the broadcast. There he
Yeah,
is.
maybe.
But what are your thoughts on that comment? I mean, that's you're sideways. There you go. What are your thoughts on that comment? I mean, that's just so absurd.
We're a friendly network here, Billy. I got no hate towards anyone, but when you talk about my mom, we can't have that in here. So
I'm not even the one talking. This thing is weird. Let me get myself off the screen. So another comment comes in. I don't know if this is referring to you or to. I mean, I don't know. I believe this is the player
Cuban Missile, yes, Aroldis Chapman.
I still don't know who that is.
Billy,
guys.
the guy who threw 106 miles an hour, the hardest baseball thrower in the world. Hardest pitcher. I said baseball thrower. Hardest pitcher.
I mean, so OG, you think that Derrick Henry is just like the hardest thing to take on since sliced bread? Like, I mean,
Oh,
like,
I'm not
what do you,
calling that easy, but
Dude, he's full
dude?
speed, bro. Full speed. Tackling Derrick Henry, very hard.
Yeah, very hard. I agree. Okay, so like I was talking about, we're gonna talk about what another big change in the NFL. Again, guys, we're gonna talk about other sports. Obviously, we're almost done. OG just turns off his camera casually. You're gonna get booted for that. Next thing we're gonna be talking about is the NFL salary cap. Obviously, NFL teams. Again, by the way, all these tweets that I'm grabbing, putting on the bottom of the screen. Man, Fraz, this guy's in love with you, dude. He's asked how much you weigh, and then he said you seem huge. Like, this guy's just
I don't know.
very homo.
I couldn't even. You know what? The only person that like I can see is Evan. Isn't Evans Azera? Isn't
That's
his
fluffy calf, but I
Oh,
mean, I don't
fluffy
know.
calf. Okay. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
We'll figure it out. Maybe they'll shoot me a text after this.
yeah. I mean, we'll probably figure it out eventually. But going back, Thank you, Akil. We'll be back to you in 1 second, bro. 1 second, bro. I promise. Boot. We'll come back to him in a second. We'll come back to both of those Dumb and Dumbers back in a second. But oh, he looks so mad. You're a loser, dude. You're a loser. I can see him at the
Who,
bottom of the
Akil?
screen. Yeah. So, oh geez, never mind. I'm gonna save you guys from that. So obviously the NFL salary cap, as far as players go, it went up from 175 to 180, I think. Fraz, what teams do you think will take the most advantage of that, and how?
Well, let's start with the team at the top, and that's Jacksonville. They were at 72 million before this hit, and now they're at 77 million. Billy, your mic, you're breathing in your mic. I
Oh,
can
so
hear
it
it.
was me.
It
Jesus
was.
Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville because they're $8 million above the second highest team, and 8 million, like you said, Billy, 5 million is a lot. 8 million, that's ridiculous. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. Is probably gonna take advantage of this, get some young guys, and work with the team.
Yeah, somebody's asking us to kiss on stream. I'm not gonna kiss on stream. I'm not gay. I know Fraz is. I know Fraz is because he plays baseball, but I mean,
I got family members watching this.
he's got family's member watching. Yeah, that'd be so weird. Like, dude, cut it out, bro. Cut it out. But we talked about him earlier. I think the Colts are gonna take the most advantage of this. Again, this is another young team that's full of oh, okay, that's who that is. I think most teams are going to take advantage of, or not most teams. Sorry, the Colts are going to take the most advantage. This is a team again that's young, so they got a lot of rookie contracts, which means that they're all the same. I believe they are not negative; they're not in the hole. But again, this is a team that's not like literally rebuilding, but not in the situation where you would be rebuilding. They have a decent draft pick, not great because they did make the playoffs, but a decent draft pick. Whatchamacallit. And obviously you just got a lot of good guys there. So I mean, let's get everybody else's opinion. Let's start with Akil since I don't know what OG's doing. Akil, obviously the NFL. Just Shefty put out a tweet. Every team is getting an extra 5 million cap space. What team do you think will take the most advantage of this?
I'm not so sure. Honestly, it would be any team with like a big name. So like I would think somewhere from the Buccaneers to any team. Honestly, every team will take advantage of this. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, every team needs help. Every team is definitely going through something as far as cap space goes, and really, I do think that I just think the Colts personally are going to have the best offseason. They already started with Carson Wentz, and yeah, I think that's just really going to be a big one. I really don't want to. OG, what are you thinking, bro? What team? What team are we thinking is going to have the most
Dude,
success this offseason with this
I'm
cap space?
the Colts. The Colts this
Well, I mean,
offseason.
can you
I
give me
agree with
another team?
I agree with that. Though.
Jags.
That's already been said too. Give me a
No,
team.
I think the Colts. Yeah, I like OGs with the Colts, so definitely.
But I said it first, dude. I
know,
literally said it first,
Yes,
dude.
I know.
Hey,
But,
we have to agree.
You looked the wrong.
We have to agree.
You looked the wrong way. What an idiot! What an idiot! You're getting booted for that. What an idiot that guy is. Am I right? OG. Like, I mean, obviously there's a
All
lot
right.
to.
Well, Buccaneers. All right.
All right. All right, we got a question. What brand is my suit? What brand suit am I wearing? Thank you for the question. Oh man, I'm going through all kinds of stuff right here. Fraz called a kill large. Oh, oh, check this out. Oh, you can't see it. It says it's what's that? Ralph Lauren. Look at me. I'm so freaking expensive. You know me. I'm just full of obviously, I mean, I'm flattered.
Sponsor.
I'm flattered.
Sponsors.
We will never get sponsored by Ralph Lauren, obviously. Hopefully we'll get there one day, being that big. But because he doesn't have a lot of time left, I mean, we might as well bring Fraz back here. So now let's talk about teams that are in so much trouble that literally, like, it doesn't even matter. Anybody want to start, Fraz? Who do you think?
What, in trouble?
Yeah, what team's in trouble where this $5 million, like, it doesn't even matter?
Next.
Okay. Fraz doesn't know. Anybody else?
Billy,
Nobody did that. Nobody did their research before this stream. I'm so mad
okay,
at you
well,
guys.
wait a minute.
You
Wait a
didn't
minute. I'm gonna
tell us.
go. Yeah, you didn't. First of all, you didn't tell us this one.
Why did
they're
he
being
kick everybody?
they're being mean to me. All right, I'm the head honcho here. I make the shots. You know what? You can leave too. I think personally, I think that I think the team that's in so much trouble, it's literally not even gonna matter. Is the Saints? I'm sorry. I'll bring you guys back. Shut up,
wouldn't
Akil.
have-
I'll bring out you guys back. I feel terrible. Yeah,
You brought
I
us
think
back.
the Saints are in so much trouble. They're literally they're gonna have to pay Kamara. He's a top 3 running back, obviously. Cam Jordan's contract is up. A few other guys' contracts are up, and I just think that they're worth so much money. They what you call it? If you have a question, type it down below. I'm not gonna just wait for you to type. So another question comes in: have we been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? And oh, there's our special guest Saturday guest right there in the back. We'll be talking to him soon. So we've been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. No, we have not been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends yet. I think once we grow
Not yet.
BDIV and the boys a little bit more, bring more guys on, I think definitely we'll get a sponsor. That's a great question. No Dairy Queen. So let's move on. I think we talked about NFL enough. We're like 40 minutes in. Filled some good time there. So next thing I want to talk about is the NBA MVP race. We're gonna be talking about the NBA for just a little bit. So guys, right now, the front runners, obviously, Nikola Jokic is right now, according to Basketball Insider, 40% chance to win, which is crazy. The Nuggets are playing good. He's playing good. Both of those things sorry, my camera's flipped. Come together, and they just make sense. Some other guys, LeBron and Embiid are at the front. OG, obviously, none of us are really big basketball guys, but from watching and the ESPN pop-ups, who do you think is gonna win MVP?
Oh, I'm thinking Curry. He's having a very good season. He's having good shooting stats and all that. I'm thinking Curry.
Yeah, so Curry right now, if I'm correct, Curry's somewhere hovering around 50%, which actually isn't terrible. 50% is really good in general shooting. Obviously, he's above 90% from the free throw line. His team is over 500, which is a team that we thought isn't going to do anything. Fraz, how do you feel about that? Steph Curry winning MVP.
Yeah, it's between two guys. I mean, I like Luka. I like Steph Curry. Luka's averaging 29 points a game with 47 shooting percentage. If he just keeps that up, I really think he has a contention of, uh, hanging with Steph Curry for that MVP spot. But right now, as we speak, I'm gonna go with Stephen Curry.
Akil, I mean, I probably shouldn't even ask you. You're the most uncultured one out of all of us.
Only in basketball.
Only in basketball. Well, I mean, if we talked about golf, you wouldn't know anything about it.
I would.
Would you?
No,
Yeah,
but I'm the head honcho.
Exactly.
Tiger Woods.
Billy,
Tiger-
Billy,
You
if you look in the chat there, look who Fluffy Cat is.
Who is that? It's Miss Sharba.
No, it's not Sharba, but it's You don't see it in the chat?
Billy, it's in the
Really,
Oh,
it's in the Honcho chat.
that's funny. That's funny. We don't give
Thanks.
shout outs on here, stuff like that. OG, the only reason I kicked you out of the circle here is because you talked about Tiger Woods. That's just talking about Tiger Woods is just not really knowing anything. All right. Pee break. All right, pee break's over. As you could see, I changed my hat. Part of the pee break. I mean, what were we just talking about? This is awful.
All
I mean,
star. All star.
oh well, we were talking about the MVP race. I guess we'll bring him back, even though he sucks. I guess we'll talk about the All Star team. So, let me look that up real quick.
Dame got.
It's looking good though. I like what I see, but Dame's not in the starting lineup, which is good.
Yeah, Dame's
Yeah,
not on it.
we'll talk about that in a second. My browser is just not cooperating with me right now. So we're not gonna. Anybody else care to just tell us the East and West teams real quick?
Yeah,
Somebody look that up.
I can do that right now.
OG, you were talking about. So obviously now we know that Damian Lillard's not in the starting lineup. Do you think this is a
No.
snub?
Oh yeah,
No.
for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a snub.
Yeah, he should start over Ninko.
Who? Did you just say Minka?
I heard
No,
Minka.
I didn't.
Who? What did you just say?
I did not say Minka.
All right. Well, I got the starting five for both teams.
All right, start with the East first. Let's start with the East.
For the East, we got Kyrie Irving at point guard, Bradley Beal at shooting guard, Kevin Durant, the captain, at small forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo at power forward, and Joel Embiid at center.
Do you have the benches too, or just the starters?
I just got the starters right now.
Okay. Now name the West. Let's go with the West.
The West, and this is the one that I'm kind of iffy about. Luka Doncic at point guard, Stephen Curry at shooting guard, LeBron James, the captain, at small forward, Nikola Jokic at power forward, and Kawhi Leonard at center.
Wow, I mean Kawhi Leonard at center. I mean, obviously that's a.
If you look at the height difference here, Giannis is 7 foot going against Jokic, which is, I guess you can say, a fair matchup. But then Joel Embiid against Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. So OG very briefly and unprofessionally talked about how, you know what? I don't even like you anymore. He very quickly talked about how Damian Lillard got snubbed from the All Star game. I'm gonna have to agree with him. I do think Damian Lillard should be starting over Luka Doncic. But the problem is that Luka's having a crazy year too. But Damian Lillard's averaging like what 28 points with a team that's over 500 while missing some of his very important starters for over 10 games, and that's just huge. So that means he really had to step it up there. Akil, you're smiling. I think you're smiling at
He's just staring at like two people next to him. So
No, I'm smiling at the comment.
yeah, it's over there, right?
Yeah, I mean, so whatever. We'll bring him back. OG, could you try again and give us an answer why you think Damian Lillard should be
I think
starting?
he should start over Luka. Like I
That's
said.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. Fair man.
Dame he had a better season.
All right. So, can somebody else just check the benches for both teams real quick?
Yeah.
Can we figure that out real quick? Because again, did we hear Steph Curry's name in there?
Yeah, he's a shooting guard.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if that was that if he wasn't starting, that doesn't make any sense. I going back to the MVP thing, I think that definitely. I do think that Steph Curry has a very legitimate chance to win MVP. It's like the year that Tomlin should have won Coach of the Year for going 8-8 with that Steelers squad. It was a Steelers squad that had zero offense, a pretty good defense. I think that's the same situation that Curry's in. We have a team that we got a model at small forward. you know, what's his name, Kelly Oubre, who has been shooting like, like 20% from the 3 point line. Um, so I think that definitely Steph Curry has a legitimate chance of winning MVP. Fraz, you got those bench guys?
I'm not sure, Billy, if they have the benches out yet, but they do. I think this would be cool to talk about. Three potential All-Star players.
Okay.
Uh, it's the three is between Jalen Brown, Mike Conley, and Zion Williamson. Those are the three guys who have not been in a All-Star game, and those are the options there. So, I mean, what are we thinking on who should
Yeah.
be in it between those?
So in my opinion, I really think that I think Zion definitely deserves a chance. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's overhyped this, overhyped that." Guys, Zion Williamson is the fastest player to ever reach 1,000 points in the history of the NBA. You're talking about guys. LeBron's been in the league. It started when he was like what, 19, 20 years old. You have Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
arguably the best to ever do it. You have Wilt Chamberlain, who was dropping 50 points a game. Um, but Zion is just dominating in the league right now, and I think he
Working on
definitely
camera.
deserves a spot on the All Star team. I don't know if started because he is a little young, but I think he definitely deserves a spot. OG, do we think that Zion deserves a spot?
I think he should. He's a
You think?
really good young. Yeah, he's a young NBA player. He he got a lot to prove. I think he has it.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree. He's obviously already one of the best finishers in the NBA, right behind like Giannis.
Yeah,
His playmaking could use a little bit of work, but his shooting is what's really evolved for him. He actually not evolved, but it's been there. But he's starting to feel more comfortable. I believe it was his one of his first like weeks of games. I think he dropped like 7 3 pointers in one game. That was absolutely insane. Fraz, who were the other two players?
Jalen Brown and Mike Conley. I
Yeah, I think
personally, yeah,
I th-
I'm gonna go with Zion on it.
yeah, I think Zion deserves a chance. Jalen Brown has been playing, from what I remember. I think Jalen Brown's been playing really good too. Obviously that Boston squad lost Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving, he didn't really want to be there, but that's besides the point. Kyrie's a great player, but that combo with Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown together really has just been insane. But real quick, that MVP talk, I want to go back. A player that really we haven't talked about yet on the broadcast with the MVP race. I think that Joel Embiid has just been outstanding, carrying that 76ers squad.
yeah,
Fraz, what do you think?
Yeah, very athletic big man. He's doing things that just we haven't really seen before, and I think he has a contention to, you know, up in the MVP race. So, I'm gonna say Joel Embiid is a very good player, and yeah, just a player we haven't seen before, and he's got a lot of potential to grow and be better. And yeah, I think Joel Embiid's a great player.
OG, back at the MVP race. Are there any players? Are there any? Get out of here. Are there any players that we haven't talked about yet. As far as we mentioned Steph Curry, we mentioned
LeBron
Joel
James.
Embiid, LeBron James. That's who I was thinking about. That's who I thought you mentioned. Sorry, Akil.
Yeah,
OG, why is LeBron like one of the front runners right now?
he's just having so many. He's having a good season with the Lakers.
He
Like
is, and I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
I
off
know
there.
you got. No, you're cool. You're cool. Go.
Oh, sorry. I was just changing something here. Your name is misspelled on our stream here. There we go. That's better. Um, so like I was saying, I think what LeBron brings to the table, really, I think LeBron is just, you know, probably like obviously top three best players of all time. But I think
For sure.
what LeBron has done, how complete his game is. As Brady's gonna let us know, LeBron's goated, and I can't deny it. LeBron definitely is right now the best. Um, this Anthony Davis has been out for a few weeks now, been in and out of the lineup with injury. But I think what you were telling LeBron not only plays point guard, or excuse me, small forward. LeBron plays point guard. He plays shooting guard. He plays power forward, center. LeBron does
He
it
can play
all.
anything.
He
Yeah,
can play anything. I agree. I'm pretty sure he's like top 10 in the league in assists right now, and for just his size and his skill set, is absolutely insane. So we're about 50 minutes in. I said we were gonna get to 2 hours. I don't think that's gonna happen, but there's still definitely a lot to talk about. One thing I definitely would like to talk about. We're gonna shift away from sports for just a little bit. Akil brought this to my attention. So I'm gonna do a little bit of typing here before we start. OG Fraz, thank you. Akil, so you're the one who brought this to my attention. So a rapper by the name of Meek Mill, who did just drop a pretty good song. I forget who all the other dudes, but if you check his most recent songs, there's a flute in the background. It's friggin' sick. So I didn't really hear the whole thing, but you had basically told me that Meek Mill in a leaked song that didn't come out yet, but still, the fact he did it in the booth and literally said these words just, it boggles my mind. Could you please tell me why in the actual heck Kobe Bryant and Choppas were included in the same sentence in a Meek Mill song? Like, what's up with that, man?
I'm not sure. Meek Mill was saying it was twisted, but the verse says, and I quote, it says, "Yeah, and if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It be another Kobe." So like, you can see where it's getting twisted.
Oh my goodness! Now listen, like you could take this. Everybody takes it that way, and then there's also the nerds like me who could think of it a different way. Go out like Kobe. I mean that means he dies. I mean it sucks. Whatever. But sorry, pee break. All right, so we're back from my. Oh, that looks awful. I'm about to take another pee break as I got my Pitt Panthers hat on. But so there's different ways to interpret that. What should we call it? So choppas could be referred to as a few things. In normal
Well,
songs, it's referred to as like a gun. The Glock 9. But really, I think just putting those two words in the same sentence, Kobe and Choppas. But Kobe was known to be a shooter in the NBA. He was really a guy who is arguably one of the best scorers of all time. And saying Choppas shoot us the same sentence, Kobe. I mean, it might make sense, but I just don't really agree with it. I mean, I think it's kind of dumb. What do you think?
you take so like it's weird to put those two words into one sentence. But like I see where you're coming from on that standpoint. But also it was another line referring to Kobe because Lil Baby's a feature on this song, and Lil Baby says, "I have a son, so I can name him Kobe and then slash daughter Gigi." So like, so he would say he would name his child Kobe or his daughter Gigi. Like it's like twisted. So it's like praising Kobe, and then it's like a mixed message of should we take it the wrong way or take it the way he's saying it in his context.
Yeah, I mean, um, obviously the song is tributed to Kobe, so clearly Meek Mill didn't mean any harm. But like thinking about it, like, dude, what the hell are you doing, man? I mean, it's not smart at all. And this hat is like really like hugging, like I'm talking like hugging my brain. So I'm gonna take another pee break. All right, pee break's over. So I'm gonna get everybody back in here. Oh my god! See, this is the problem. Like, I can't. My hair, I can't tell which way it's supposed to go because of the camera flip. Oh my god, it looks terrible. Oh, should probably put a hat back on. But over our pee break, we got a few people who, we got OG here. This is a nice little hat. Oh, he took it off. What a wuss. So a couple things to talk about. Another thing I want to talk about. I texted you guys before. Arby's, okay, Arby's. Now that just sounds stupid. I mentioned it at the beginning. Billy, how the
Yeah.
heck are you talking about Arby's? So, really, I mean, you guys could look it up on your phones. Arby's came out with a new sandwich. It was trending all over Twitter. Twitter. Ugh, what are you talking about? Not Twitter. Twitter. So I'm gonna try to pull this up on my end, and I'm gonna show you guys the sandwich because this just is ridiculous.
I'm gonna get it on my end.
Hey,
as well.
Bill.
What's up?
When you open up your browser, your lighting gets very bright.
Oh,
I'm not trying to be weird or anything,
how
but
bright is it
you're
now?
looking very pale.
Oh,
Looking
is
very
it?
pale from that lighting.
Jeez.
Okay, well this is dumb. My browser right now is just.
Jeez.
What are you
Here we
looking up?
I want to show everybody
The
this
meat
Arby's
mountain?
sandwich. Is that what it's called? The Meat Mountain?
Yep, it's called the Meat Mountain.
Now,
Yeah.
I want to show you guys this thing. This thing, I want to show you what it looks like advertised, and I want to show you what it looks like.
Holy crap!
I want to show you guys this. All right, I'm about to
Yeah.
suck you into the polar vortex, as we say here. All right, so I'm going to share my screen.
This
Like
thing's
a goop.
screaming high cholesterol.
That like oh well everybody's about to see. Oh, sorry, parallel universe type stuff. But look at this thing. So we have here on the right, we have the Meat Mountain, right? Let's go a little deeper here. So here's what the Meat Mountain is. It's the biggest sandwich Arby's has ever sold, stacked ridiculously high with almost all the meats. So what do we have on it? We have 2 chicken tenders, a slice of roast turkey, pit smoked ham, corned beef, 13-hour smoked brisket, which I think is completely capped. This is a freaking here. I'll fix this because I don't think it's real. We're gonna get rid of this because I don't believe it. There's no way 13 hours. I don't believe it. I'm getting rid of it. I'm just quite literally gonna take I'm gonna get rid of it because I don't think it's real. All right, that's better. Smoked brisket. You guys. That's another thing I don't believe, but we don't have time for that. Choice Angus steak, roast beef, and pepper bacon. And then on top, there's cheddar and Swiss cheese. Somewhere in there. Like, does that not just sound like the most disgusting thing ever? Okay. So this is advertised, right? Again, Orbeez. But I want to show you guys, what it actually looks like in real life. Like, are you kidding me? Look at this thing. This is absolutely disgusting. Like, to think that you're going to advertise it like this. I'm not going to lie. As a big boy, this looks pretty darn good. I would eat this. But this? I'm not eating this. You kidding me? I'm not eating this crap. Oh, wait. No, I'd eat that. Hold on. Sorry. I'm not eating this crap. I don't care if it comes with curd. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. Look at that bun. I mean, this is dumb.
3 different
Arby's, give
meals.
us a sponsor.
No, we don't want their sponsor. This is bull crap. I mean,
No.
look, like these guys, he's trying the Arby's, the Meat Mountain. Joey's World Tour.
Joey.
I mean, just look at all these disgusting variations of the Meat Mountain. Like, there's no way I'm eating this crap.
No.
There's just absolutely no way. I mean, it doesn't. Like, look at this. Look at that. I'm not eating that.
That is not. There's no way. There's no way.
Oh my. Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't know. Okay, see, this one doesn't look too bad. Let me go to it. This one doesn't look terrible. This one, I mean, yeah, it does. Yes, it does. What am I talking about? Like, look at these two. These are unreal. If it's not letting me click on it. Like, I mean, come on. Like, you can't eat that. Like, oh, polar vortex. Sorry. Yeah. So, now that we got all the dumb stuff out of the way, Fraz, I know you have to leave. We're into our hour mark.
Minute.
Yeah. Any last remarks? Anything weird going on in the world you want to add before we move on?
You were talking about Meek Mill. What about Meek Mill and 6ix9ine? The beef there.
The beef there. I don't really know much about it. I saw the altercation in the parking lot. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Well, 6ix9ine is calling Meek Mill a rat, and Meek Mill just never was really. I mean, as I'm reading, I don't know. I'm not Meek Mill, so all I'm saying is that what I'm reading is he has just some big beef with 6ix9ine. So we'll see some altercations in the next few weeks. So see what happens.
Big beef.
Akil, I saw you nod your head whenever I said that. Do you know anything about that?
I just know about the altercation. I don't know exactly what happened to cause the altercation. I just know about there was something happening between the two, and then it was like a double whammy in a way because that altercation happened with Meek Mill and 6ix9ine, and then this verse was leaked. So
Yeah,
it's not
I
looking
mean,
good.
Meek Mill is just. I mean, obviously 6ix9ine is not really the guy. I mean, nobody's a big fan of
Right.
6ix9ine.
He's a snitch.
He's coming out with a new song. I saw it on his
Yeah, it
Instagram.
just came out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, well,
I wasn't a big
Fraz,
fan. Just said the same words about a few times, but
Fraz,
yeah.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming on, man. You know, our
Oh,
first edition
absolutely.
of BDIV and the boys. Again, we're understaffed. We're gonna see how things go on Tuesday. We might be switching times up. I'll let you guys know. Follow us on Instagram on BDIV_ATB. Um, also, before Faz goes, I want to mention because we are so understaffed. If you'd love to be on our staff, we need all kinds of guys. Our stream probably sucks. It's probably not that great. We need tech guys. We need nerds in our squad. We need nerd boys. Uh,
Mods, can you get this guy to the stream? Mods?
yeah. So you can email me. Not my personal email, but our email, bdivatb@gmail.com. I'll leave that on my Instagram. But Fraz, again, thank you for coming by, bro.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to be back on.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Fraz. All right. So now it's just us three. Fraz again with a great stream. You know, he was a
Very
great
great.
player. Very great indeed. Um, but we are actually legitimately going to take a pee break. And you, Dumb and Dumber, I need you to check the chat just real fast for me during this pee break because I actually do have to pee and type at the same time. And yeah, so we're gonna take that pee break now. Full 30-second timeout. We will be right back. All right. So, um, we're getting ready. We're getting ready for our next segment, which is going to be one of our last segments. So if you're joining us late, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Really, I mean, I greatly appreciate it. So our last and final segment I want to get to is what's it called again, man? You know, as the head honcho, all this stuff's going through my head. You guys like my T-shirt? I did that. I did that. You know, I'm just different like that. You know, came out my mommy 110 no, 110 pounds. Jesus Christ, 10 pounds, and you know, obviously I beat anorexia like that. You know, I'm just different. So, um, um, oh right, that's what it's called. So every Saturday I want to make this a thing. A Saturday guest star. You know, obviously this is our first stream, so I couldn't get enough people. You know, we're not popular like that enough yet. But definitely, again, if you think you're important somewhere in my life or in the world of sports, blah blah blah, whatever, let me know. DM me on Instagram, email me. I just went over all that stuff. But yeah, so my first ever Saturday guest star is going to be Slippery Rock's long snapper. Obviously, you know, long snapping is not a very important position. It sucks. I mean, whatever. But just to really get an idea is Josh. Josh, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
Holy
what's
crap.
up?
Why is the quality so bad? What happened, dude? It's like you
I don't
guys
know.
threw a flashbang at the screen. I mean, that's just awful, but at least you're here. I mean, welcome to the stream. Let's get a little up more close.
Is that better? What happened?
Nothing. So,
Oh.
Josh, tell them what you do.
I'm a long snapper at Slip Rock. My daily schedule is pretty much I wake up at 4:40 in the morning.
Holy hell.
I go to yeah, it's pretty early.
I go to conditioning in the morning to be at the stadium at 5:30, and after that's done, it's probably done around like 7ish, and then I go to class after that. Starts around like 10,
Yeah.
and around 12:15 or 1:30, depending on my schedule, I go lift up at the stadium again, and probably 3 days a week, I have I have a practice at like 6 o'clock.
And so that's the day.
Yeah.
All right. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that.
Okay.
So for I mean, this is a sports broadcast, so everybody who comes to our stream should know a little bit of a background for sports. But tell us a little bit about a long snapper. Like, when are we in the game? What are we doing?
Going on fourth downs. Just snap the ball back to the punter, and whenever the punter gets the ball, he just punts it. I run down the field and try to get a tackle.
See, now that's the thing. It's like, long snappers, they're not really talked about. And I mean, on fourth down, so say you're pinned in your own like 5 yard line. Like, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is the guy right here. This is the guy that's gonna snap the ball back. He's gonna snap the ball back, and he's gonna really just get him the ball, and we're gonna boot it out of there. So usually you're really only in on punts, right?
Yeah, and then field goals.
And field goals, which, for those of you, again, who are literally not unintelligent, don't know anything about sports, which is okay. It's why you're here. You love me. You love the boys. Everything about that. Poor OG just sitting there. What a loser he is. You're a loser, dude. You're a loser. He gave me a middle finger there. Yeah, so a field goal is either with 1 point or 3 points. Are you only in on field goals, or are you on extra points too?
Both.
That would make sense. Idiot,
Yeah.
idiot. So, I don't want to mess with that. Wait, can I? No, I can't mess with that. So, yeah, so excuse me. Field goals are worth 3 points, and extra points are worth 1. Extra points come after you score a touchdown, only worth 1 point. That's good. Some teams like to go for 2, get an extra point there, risk reward. Field goals usually, what are we saying, like 35-yard line, and in unless you score.
Yep, pretty much. There is some kickers on the team that can kick up to 50 yards.
It's unreal. I mean, I was a kicker once. Obviously, I could kick 65,
Yeah.
but we're not gonna talk about that.
That's before you beat anorexia.
Before I beat anorexia, yeah. I mean, look at me. I'm a stud. There's nobody better than me. So tell us like a little bit about Slippery Rock, man. Like what is great about Slippery Rock?
Everything.
Everything. So
everything's great. I love it up there.
So as a big guy, I'm a big guy. I love food. What's the food court like up there?
I actually live in an apartment, so I make my own food.
What a loser.
But I went to, it's called Boozle.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, and they have different meals every day.
I mean, that sounds
pretty good.
Delicious.
There's not that many restaurants up there, but it gets you by.
So, in our stream right now, I don't really know who's watching. There's only 10 people. But really, I mean, there's a lot of different people watching our stream. There's people my age who are 1 year less younger than you, who are still in high school. They're still high school kids. And then there's adults who haven't experienced this whole COVID thing. So tell me, first off, we're gonna go a little bit into football later, but how has online learning, how has school been?
School has been good. I usually have 2 classes a day, and that's pretty much it. We just meet in a Zoom class.
So it's nothing crazy.
It's nothing crazy.
So as like a football player, or as an athlete, like, is it different? Like are your classes different than everybody else's?
I just have to schedule around football practice.
Okay, that makes sense.
I can't have classes after 3:15.
So my whole thing, as far as sports goes with COVID, we were wearing masks the whole time. When we weren't moving, basically, we had to wear our masks. basically the only time you weren't allowed to wear a mask was on the field if you were literally playing. So for you, is it kind of the same way, or how does it work?
Yeah, we have to wear masks like all the time, unless if we're like on the field with our helmets on. But for lifting, we have to be scheduled in our different groups. So there's like a lifting group at 12:15 to 1:15. Then there's a lifting group at 1:30 to 2:30, and then all the way until 4. And they have to clean it every time after a group.
Well, I mean, at least we're getting a little bit of sanitation there. I
Yeah.
mean, I hate this COVID thing just as much as you do. Um, so I'm asking for the people. I'm asking for myself because I don't really know how it works. So I think I have a little bit of an understanding. But the seniors who lost a year of football, because I'm pretty sure did you guys reschedule? Like, where are we at here with the season?
We have spring practice coming up, and then just one spring game.
So you guys are like pretty much back on track now. Like we're
Yeah, for the most part.
okay.
Yeah.
So those seniors who lost a year, that whole year because you guys didn't play, what's up with that? Like, what are we doing now?
They had a decision to make. They could either stay an extra year and just do like a little bit of schoolwork and then come back for the fall for the season, or they just had to stop.
I mean, yeah, like that was my main question going into this because like again, I was worried for a while. Back at high school, we thought that we weren't going to have a season, and we ended up having one. Thank God, went pretty far in the playoffs. Yeah, and so I was going to ask you another question. I cannot remember. Um, hmm, I cannot. I'm having a brain fart right now, like a really big brain fart. Oh yeah. So this slippery rod.
Yeah.
So that slippery. I can't talk. I can't talk. That slippery rock squad you're running with right now. Obviously you're Division II school, but you're, in my opinion, watching you guys, and statistically, you guys are one of the best, if not the best, Division II football schools in the entire country. So. You had mentioned before, like you guys had a Division I transfer to come play quarterback. Are there really like any like big names who you think like possibly could get like drafted or maybe transferring to a bigger D1 school?
I don't really know many people on the team right now because I'm a freshman. Well, I don't see everybody every day, but we did get like you said, we got a quarterback that transferred, and he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. So just another general statement, like as far as your strength of schedule goes, do we think that we're gonna have another like crazy season like we did the year before?
Yes, I think we're going to be even better.
Well, that's good to hear. Look, Josh,
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming on our little Saturday guest star. Again,
Yes.
thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you later, bro.
Yep. See you.
All right, so that was Josh George. He's a long snapper for Slippery Rock. Again, doesn't get as much credit as he deserves, but still like a very big part. And I am now very dark. I don't know why. I actually do know why. I'm changing something. That's why. So I'm gonna bring back Akil and OG. OG, what's up, bro? Your mic is muted.
What's up?
There you go. What's up? All right, Akil's back too. So there's 7 people on this stream. Only 7, maybe more because it might be a little bit delayed. But for those of you who are here, do we have any questions? Any questions for myself or the guys on the left? This is gonna be awkward. So just to make things a little less awkward, if you have any questions for like the next like minute, I'm literally just gonna run the P breakout down. So little saddening that nobody asked any questions during our pee break. But I'm just gonna go through the comments real quick. I see some like older things from previous topics we were talking about. For number one, so this was sent out that that Baltimore or Mr. Hartley here believes that Baltimore is going to take Terrence Marshall with their pick. But then we got some backlash. We now somebody thinks that Rashad Bateman is going to get drafted. So Akil, do we still think that Baltimore is definitely going to take a receiver here?
It would be reasonable because seeing that they don't have much wide receiver threats, they just have Hollywood Brown, and seeing that Des Bryant's about to leave, that would just leave them with Willie Snead as their two wide receivers that would be like known.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't disagree with that. So some more things. Again, I'm just looking through stuff. I already answered this question. This is Ralph Lauren. For those of you who are wondering, it's a very nice suit. It's a very nice suit, and actually, I don't even know where I got this T-shirt. I think it's my dad's when he was from college. But my dad's always kind of been well, not slender. I mean, he's
Sponsorship.
average average size. So no, we will never get a sponsor by Ralph Lauren. Not even the NFL can get a sponsor from Ralph Lauren. So another person, this question was for you, Akil. Oh, I dropped my mouse. Matt, I believe this is Matt Colella. He asked you to drop you off some Dairy Queen. What are your thoughts about that?
I can't.
He can't because he's
I'd
on the
love
show.
to, but I'm busy.
Again, so this person, he had a lot of comments, especially towards you, Aiden. Actually, he believes that you could be a lot more professional. Honestly, and I'm gonna agree with him. You know, if we don't be a lot more professional for Tuesday, our next stream, 5 o'clock, be there or be square. I don't know, man. Maybe we're gonna have to give you the little boot. Wow.
My phone is charging. I have to hold my phone. That's my fault.
Okay, moving on. Some more things that we could talk about. Again, this brings up a pretty good point. Are we sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? No. But here's the thing. Here's the serious thought here, right? And I just saw two people pop in. I don't know if you were older or newer from the stream, but you missed all the sports talk. We literally just stopped talking about sports. We're coming towards the end of the stream here. Thank you for popping in. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I think personally, Raid Shadow Legends, I see them on every YouTube channel. They're always on. Raid Shadow Legends, Raid Shadow Legends. I've never played the game. I think Raid Shadow Legends, it's some, I don't know. I think it's some like player versus player, like you collect characters and they just go like this. I mean, whoa, that could be taken out of context. They fight. They fight. So, OG's giving me that "hey yo" face, like what are you doing? So, but no, I think we could definitely get a sponsor here down the road. What else? So again, Matt Colella, thank you for commenting all these times. I mean, this really just gives us more time to talk about. My next goal was to get to 1 minute and 30 seconds. We're at 1 minute 19 right now. I don't think that's gonna happen. I want to wrap up here shortly. But he would like to comment how nicely the stream is set up. You know what? I emailed this company. I kid you not. I emailed this company and I asked them. I said, "Hey, there's no free trial option. Is there any way I could get a free trial?" And I kid you not. If I could show you the email, I would. But there's business confidential stuff here. Hillary Clinton type stuff on my computer with all those emails. No need to get into detail there. But I kid you not, they said yes, and I was shocked. I was like, wow. And I look on my computer, and it was, I believe, the membership was to February 17th of 2022. I kid you not, 2022, a whole year of quote unquote light membership. So what I'm thinking is, since I'm not gonna lie, the turnout wasn't terrible, and we're gonna get views. So anyway, we're gonna get more views. So I'm thinking about upgrading the version. Obviously they're giving me free stuff and everything's kind of nice here. But you see this StreamYard logo here, powered by StreamYard. That's the service I use, and it's wonderful. I mean, for free. Like, look at this. I can change how we look. I can add this. I don't know what this is. I mean, just more ways to get more viewage for that. Oh my god, I burpee. More viewage for them. But I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff on here. They gave us a free little background template, which we could change if I had the next version. Stream quality would be better. We could have more people on here at once. So again, if you want to be on the show, please email our personal business email. Okay, it is. Here, I'll type it. I'll type it right here. I'll let it.
They can also DM the Instagram.
Yeah, so there's our business email right there. BDIV and the boys. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring OG back. We actually got a legitimate sports question. You guys aren't gonna believe this. We actually got one. So this question comes in from Master Big Brain. So we haven't talked about hockey on the show yet, and honestly, I don't know how much you two know about hockey, but so he asks, excuse me, do you think that the Penguins will ever trade Crosby? I've seen on multiple Penguin fan pages that they believe he will get traded to either the Avalanche or the Canadians. Did he spell that right? He might have spelled that wrong. I don't know. I personally, I don't see Sidney Crosby ever playing for another hockey team. He has been the staple to the Penguins. Obviously, the youngest player ever to win a Stanley Cup. I don't think anybody ever knew that. It might have been like so unprofessional. Somewhere with like a captain in there, blah blah blah. I don't really know. I love the Penguins. If I could show you around my basement right now, I got a bunch of signed memorabilia, but I have no idea about the Penguins. Akil, do you have any idea what's going on with the Penguins?
No, sir.
No, sir. I agree. I have no idea. Again, so there's our email. Please, if you want to be part of the show, I highly encourage you let me know through our email. Did we get any yet? We haven't gotten any yet. I guess he's still walking. He doesn't deserve to be back on the stream yet. So another question. I mean, I don't know why he didn't just ask while he was on here, but Josh asked, "Where is Charlie?" So for those of you who don't know, Charlie is okay. We'll come back to my dog. Master Big Bray believes that he will retire as a Penguin, and again, I used to watch hockey all the time. Present, like right now, I really don't watch hockey until we get into playoffs. Which let me look real quick at there's Arby's. At the is it even hockey season like right now? No idea. Like, dude, see, this is how much I literally don't know. Here, you guys want to go on the adventure with me? Let's go on the adventure. Here we go. So, is he done walking yet? Are you done walking, dude? Okay, he's done walking. Good. So, let's take a look. I'll look at all this meat mountain stuff. For those of you who are joining us late, we talked about this nasty sandwich, this meat
Talking
mountain.
about Sidney Crosby.
We are talking about Sidney Crosby. You have anything to add?
No.
No. So, like, again, like, come on, man. I mean, like, I can switch you too, and I can switch me. But I like to be here. Okay. So, oh, I think I spelled that right. Okay. So what is this? Is this recently? Okay. So for those of you who don't know, how like the like NHL works is not only by wins, but we're also looking at points. So points, if I'm correct, are accumulated with assists, goals, stuff like that. Let's look at some different ones here. Yeah, okay. So here's the Pacific League. Do we have one for the Penguins? Do we have one for the Penguins? We do. So this is the entire NHL, which right now the Penguins look like they're in good shape. They're 24-11. They have 53 points. And yeah, I mean Washington is just absolutely tearing it up. But win-loss column, Penguins are better. So the Penguins are in a great spot right now. I don't even know how we even got this far into why Sidney Crosby will retire as a Penguin. I don't understand. Uh,
Getting
um,
old.
yeah. So Akil, just because like I don't like you, I'm gonna kick you off. But I mean, look at the Penguins right now. I mean, we haven't talked about the Penguins on the stream, and I think now is a good time towards the end here. I've said towards the end, and we've been talking for an extra 30 minutes. So I think that the Penguins are definitely going to win the playoffs. They're in the Metropolitan League. Obviously, the Capitals are just crazy. But
Yeah,
if we're looking at all
they're
the
all
other
very
teams,
good team.
Tampa Bay is really good. Toronto's really good. And then we're kind of like, we're not tied because in the win-loss column, what is this? Oh, right, because they're not. Here, let me go back. Sorry. In the win-loss column, they've won 4 more games than us. So, yeah. I think we'll leave it there. I think we can leave it at that. Um, who is this? Oh, Bray. Hi. Oh, I don't think you can hear me. Oh, your mic's not on. Oh man, you don't have. Oh, I don't think it's working.
Yo, Billy,
What's up?
do you listen to the Baby remix
No, I
of
have not.
he's dissing on JoJo Siwa. You see that?
Is he about why?
Nothing. There's no reason why.
There's no reason why.
Yeah, there's no reason why he's dissing on her.
Yeah. And oh, well, Bray is back. Bray, I want to ask you a question. You know, you brought it here. Bray,
course.
why? So you mentioned that the Penguins, or you think Crosby will retire as the Penguin. Why do you think that?
I mean, he started his career in Pittsburgh, and he also stated that, if I'm correct, that he wants to retire a Penguin. Although I do believe, I feel like either Malkin and Letang will get traded. I think Crosby will retire as a Penguin, though.
Yeah, I don't know how the Penguins are as far as like cap space and money go. I don't know how in general how that works in the NHL, but I think that maybe possibly there might be a trade with Malkin again. They're kind of getting a little bit older, both of them. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Bray, thanks for the
Yeah.
quick comment, man. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap things up here. For those of you just joining towards the end, I'm sorry. So what did we talk about today? We went over basically whatever the heck is going on in free agency right now. There's a lot going on. For some reason, I'm getting like a Wi-Fi error, so if my stream's bugging up here, I'm sorry. But we talked about free agency for a good bit. We talked about how the whole Carson Wentz Philly Indy trade. We thought that the Colts definitely won the trade because Wentz now has a good offensive line, and he's proved himself to be a complete stud when his team revolved around him is pretty good. We also thought that we don't see J.J. Watt going to the Steelers at all. I can agree with that. We thought of Cleveland, we thought of Green Bay, we thought of all that. We talked about the NBA, the MVP race, and all that. I just talked about a bunch of random stuff. Arby's meat sandwich was just disgusting. Everything else. So I want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream today. This is our first stream. We'll be back on Tuesday, 5 p.m. sharp. Make sure you be here, probably on YouTube this time. So we'll see you guys later. Peace.